Good morning, good morning, good morning. It is November 17th, Sunday, about quarter after 9 my time, but more importantly, it is day 7 of the league's teasers, our first full week of teasers, and today is a big one. I don't know if you guys follow Foe on Twitter, but if you do, he guessed today's teaser perfectly, so I don't know, maybe a little insider trading going on there? No, I'm kidding. Anyways, it is Total Recall versus Banker's Note. In the past, Total Recall has been called Last Recall, I believe, but if you guys have played leagues before, you know exactly what these two are, and you know it's going to be a pretty hard choice to choose between one of these two. So let's break them down and see if we can make a choice. Starting with Banker's Note, upon choosing the relic, you're going to be given the Banker's Note. This item is going to allow you to note and unnote items anywhere in Gillianor. You can manually use the items on the Banker's Note to unnote them or note them just like you would at a bank. But it also has an activate option which allows you to note and unnote items in one single action with a specified quantity. An object must first be used on the Banker's Note in order for this to work. So, for example, if you set it to unnote 25 pure essence, you can just click the Banker's Note, click the altar, click the Banker's Note, click the altar, and runecraft super fast that way, which is really nice. And then you can customize how many items the Banker's Note will note and unnote using the quantity options. So that's also a nice little quality of life thing there. Like I said, if you guys have played leagues before, you're familiar with Banker's Note. It's super nice to be able to go skill in an area, or sometimes even if you're doing a Slayer task and you just don't have enough inventory spaces for what the NPC's dropping. Whatever the case, it's just so nice not to have to go bank, or not to have to go bank to get stuff out of your bank to use it. It's just very nice to be able to do everything in one fluid motion and not be running back and forth between 2 points. Moving on to Total Recall, upon choosing this relic, you're going to have the Crystal of Echoes. This item can be used to store any single coordinate alongside your hit points, prayer, and special attack energy, and teleport back to it at a later date, restoring your stats to what they were. The Crystal of Echoes cannot store coordinates whilst inside an instance, and there are various other locations this item won't store coordinates in, including quest areas, certain minigames, etc. So the biggest standout about this is how it stores your hit points, prayer, and your special attack energy. Because unless you take Tearwind, you're not going to be able to make your max level rejuvenation pool at your home, at your POH. So being able to re-up your hit points, prayer, and special attack on a whim is massive. I think that's the biggest standout of Total Recall, because with the teleportation relics, you're gonna be semi-close to where you want to go back to anyways. You're really not saving that much time with Total Recall. Typically, there's some areas where you're not gonna have teleports and Total Recall is gonna be a massive time saver, but typically, you know, you're going to be close enough to where you're trying to go. So it's so huge that they added prayer, hit points, and special attack restoration aspect to it. Now that we've looked at what both relics do and the options that they offer you, let's try and make a choice out of the two of them. If you're going to take regions that allow you to make the max rejuvenation pool in your POH, I would say it's Banker's Note, no questions asked. Like I said, with your teleportation relics, there's really not that many areas where you're going to be saving a substantial enough time with Total Recall to outweigh the benefits of Banker's Note. If you're not choosing regions where you can make the max rejuvenation pool in your POH, that's going to make things a lot harder, because for bosses that are really nice to spec with the Bandos or the Elder Maul or the Dragon Warhammer right off the bat, it's so nice to be able to go do that, get your kill, go back to your house, re-up your spec energy, right? In this version, you would do it with the Total Recall, and that is really nice to have, and it makes it a much harder choice. So, you know, I'm not the best at PVM, to be honest with you. I like skilling. I really want to max on this league. Like, that's a big goal for me, is to try and max my account on this league at total level 2277. So for me, personally, I think I'm going to choose Banker's Note because it's going to help me in skilling significantly more than Total Recall would. And I'm probably not going to be dedicating the majority of my time to PVM. I'm definitely going to be doing a lot of PVM because it's nice to learn with all the perks and the upgraded damage and stuff like that. But I am probably going to end up doing more skilling if I just ended up quantifying it by time. I'll probably be doing skilling more, trying to max my account. So for me, I'm going to choose Banker's Note. If you're someone that's taking regions to build a max pool in your POH, I think Banker's Note is the easy choice, super easy choice. But if you're not doing that and you're PVM heavy, and that's what you're going to be doing the majority of the time, you're going to max your combat skills and then maybe agility and a couple other things you need for bossing for other regions. You know, maybe Total Recall is your best choice, so you can always restore your hit points, prayer, and spec energy. Anyways, huge teaser today. This is going to be a really hard choice when we get to whatever tier these are going to end up being in game. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please drop a like below. I'm going to be doing a video every day for every teaser of Leagues 5, so drop a sub below and follow along. Thank you guys so much. Peace out.